Good evening and thank you for joining us here on 9 News Now. I'm Elizabeth Val. The man accused of going on a deadly crime spree across 3 different parishes pled guilty today. Matthew Meir was on trial for the murder of Louisiana State Trooper Adam Gobert and Prairieville resident Pamela Adair. This happened back in 2021. Meir took a plea deal to avoid the death penalty. As a result, he will spend the rest of his life behind bars with no chance for parole or even challenging the sentence down the road. You can find more on the story, including the reaction from the families involved, in our 9 News app. A man known as Mr. Prada on TikTok was also in court today after a motion requesting his bond was denied. Terrion Thompson is facing several charges, the biggest of which is first-degree murder for the death of a Baton Rouge therapist, Dr. Nick Abraham, last fall. He's expected to be back in court October 8th. Some Louisiana leaders are sharing their concerns over the potential impact of President Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. The bill includes $1 trillion in cuts to Medicaid over the next 10 years, which, according to Medicaid.gov, could impact over 2 million people in the state. The Louisiana Democratic Party says the new law puts rural hospitals in jeopardy, and around 22 million Americans could lose some or all of their SNAP benefits.
Basically, what we're looking at is a situation that's going to result in a lot of sick, hungry kids. Louisiana is going to have a large population of sick, undernourished, hungry kids.
On the flip side, Louisiana Senators Bill Cassidy and John Kennedy rejected those claims, saying a $50 billion rural hospital fund in the bill will help protect our rural hospitals. The senators also say Medicaid will still be available to families who need it. Let's take a look at your weather picture now. Over to meteorologist Henry Blakes with us this evening. Henry.
Hey, thank you, Liz. We got the sky camera pointed out toward the east, more east-southeast. We can't see the full moon just yet. Still a blanket of cloud cover over the sky, but we're gradually seeing some clearing across western and central Louisiana, and we'll be looking at that at least within the next couple of hours. But for now, the wet weather is out of here. We picked up 1/1600 of an inch of rain at the airport from this afternoon's thunderstorm. But eventually the clouds will continue to gradually dissipate across southeast Louisiana, so we will eventually be able to see that full moon, the full buck moon at that. It's going to be full for tonight. It's called the buck moon because this is around the time of year where the bucks tend to grow out their antlers. So we have, at least for tonight, to look forward to that full moon across South Louisiana and South Mississippi. You'll notice that we will be in the 70s for tonight, so when you head out the door, likely around 75 degrees in the Baton Rouge area, and then we've got another round of 90s to go with the afternoon. In addition to rain chances, a couple of isolated spotty showers possible, not for everyone, but mainly for our coastal parishes by at least mid-morning. But as we go into the afternoon after lunchtime, we start to bump those rain chances up from 50 to 60%. So kind of similar to what we had for today with those scatter shower and thunderstorms for mainly the second half of the day. So Futurecast shows a relatively dry morning. By lunchtime and afterwards, we start to see some more activity break out on radar, and that's why we're still suggesting that you bring the rain gear, even though many of us are going to be dry weather-wise for tomorrow morning. And you will notice rain chances linger through the next 10 days. In addition to that, notice temperatures slowly rising at least into the mid-80s for practically all, well, rather 90s. 80s would be nice this time of year, but yeah, mid-90s for next week. Heat indices could be above 100 degrees once again, so the summer heat cranking back up and getting in the full gear list.
Thank you so much, Henry. Coming up on 9 News at 10, BREC is working on restructuring, and the new interim superintendent wants every community in the parish to weigh in on the future of parks in their cities.
Every city has a different population. You know, we have different customers. Every city is a customer, and every customer looks differently. And so what I might like, you know, out of a soft drink, you might like something different. And so we're just trying to make sure that we're formulating things so that we're addressing the needs of the people.
Well, if you missed the meeting tonight, don't worry. We'll tell you how you can get involved in the conversation at the top of the hour. And remember, our 9 News app is a great way to keep up with all the things going on in our area. If you haven't already, make sure to get that downloaded. Friends, thank you for joining us for this quick look at your headlines. Our next newscast is 9 News at 10 on WAFB. We'll see you then.